first? All right. Wait, I don't want it. I know, I appreciate it. Very nice. We're going to edit all of that out. Yeah. Thanks for joining us at our headquarters in Los Angeles, California, where we are entering in this country a golden age of awful. But I do think it's important to try to put things in perspective. Last time, my 8-year-old Billy were laying in bed, and he told me that in 5 billion years, we're all going to die. The human race is going to be gone because the Earth is going to be consumed by the sun. And I was like, what? And I asked Alexa, I said, is that true? And she said, yeah, it is true. And you know what? Maybe we shouldn't worry so much, right, Guillermo?
Yes, yeah.
Maybe that's the moral to the story. Let's just be thankful that we are in the strong, capable, darkly bruised baby hands of the orangutan in the Oval Office as healthcare for millions of Americans hangs in the balance. Our president is scheduled for his annual checkup tomorrow at Walter Reed Hospital. This will be his second yearly checkup this year. He had one 6 months ago, but it feels like it's been a year, so they decided to do it again. And it's smart to do this sort of thing before Halloween. If he gets a clean bill of health, he can continue his annual tradition of eating all Eric's trick-or-treat candy. Checkup will take place in the morning tomorrow, but the White House has already released the results. He is 7'2", 180 pounds, and his erections can deadlift a Cybertruck. So, congratulations, Mr. President. I will say, no matter how bad you think your job is, it's important to remember there's someone out there who has to give Donald Trump a prostate exam. For some, literally. For others, just figuratively.
How about we go to Marco? You can talk a little bit about what's going on, and
well,
go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. President. I don't know if one day perhaps the entire story will be told about the events of yesterday, but suffice it to say, it's not an exaggeration that none of it would have been possible without the President of the United States being involved.
Do you have any idea how difficult it is to give the president a prostate exam with Marco Rubio poking his nose up there all the time? So that was from the president's televised cabinet meeting today. And Marco wasn't the only one gobbling his polo.
I just want to echo what Marco said. It is a personal honor to be able to witness the way you lead and negotiate.
That's nice. Pete gets very emotional when he's hammered, and sometimes affectionate. There does appear to be some progress happening in the Middle East. Trump says Israel and Hamas have agreed to phase 1 of the peace plan he forced on them because they're giving out the Nobel Peace Prize tomorrow. He grabbed them by the PC and they liked it. Trump wants that Nobel Prize so bad. I've seen a lot of Oscar and Emmy campaigns, but no one has ever vied for an award more vigorously than our Dalai Lama.
Obama got a Nobel Peace Prize. He didn't do anything. They gave it to Obama for doing absolutely nothing. He got the Nobel Prize for doing nothing. They should give me the Nobel Prize. Everyone says that I should get the Nobel Peace Prize. I had so many people, you should get the Nobel Prize. I was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. I got the Nobel Peace Prize nomination. I got nominated for the Nobel Prize. Where's my Nobel Peace Prize? They don't talk about it. A Peace Prize Nobel nomination, and they didn't cover it. And I don't care, but I'm not looking for it. I'm not politicking for it. I'm just saying that there's a lot of unfairness in this world.
Yeah, well, you know what? No one has suffered more unfairness than him. He's had it hard, guys. He's had it really hard. He claims he's not politicking for the Peace Prize, which must be why the White House posted this very subtle message calling him the Peace President. The Peace President is sending a platoon to invade a yoga studio in Portland right now. This is all you need to know about how we're being perceived around the world. Norway braces for Trump's reaction if he does not win the Nobel Peace Prize. That's not a headline from The Onion. That's real. The government of Norway is scared he might punish them, that he might declare them an enemy for not giving him the Nobel Peace Prize. Give me that Peace Prize or I'll stick it up your Aurora Borealis. No president has ever been more committed to peace. And he's arresting all the rabble-rousers to prove it.
We have arrested dozens of individuals that are Antifa members or affiliated with them, and I want to thank our Attorney General for prosecuting them and making sure they never see the light of day again.
That's just the Secretary of Homeland Security suggesting we lock up American protesters for life.
They have been so bold in making sure we're bringing those individuals to justice. One of the individuals we arrested recently in Portland was the girlfriend of one of the founders of Antifa.
Finally! They got the girlfriend of one of the founders of Antifa. You understand? There's no Antifa. This is an entirely imaginary organization. There is not an Antifa. This is no different than if they announced they rounded up a dozen Decepticons. We've captured the Chupacabra, everyone. And then it was Trump's turn to ratchet up the rhetoric with fiery images conjured from no one has any idea where.
One thing I have to say is that Washington, D.C. was almost as bad. I don't know what could be worse than Portland. You don't even have sewers anymore. They don't even put glass up. They put plywood on their windows.
Poor people, they look out the window, they see wood. They don't have glass. I don't know what's scarier, the idea that he's making this all up or that he might actually believe this stuff. There are no stores in Portland. It's as if he's getting his intelligence briefings from reruns of The Walking Dead. Last night, we invited our viewers who are living in the post-apocalyptic wastelands of Chicago and Washington and Memphis and Portland to show us their hellholes. And we got a lot of videos from Portland.
This is TJ Elliott reporting from war-ravaged Portland. You can see that the carnage here on the streets is amazing. People are fleeing because they can't get reservations at the restaurants.
I don't know if you can hear that. That's the drum circle. Very dangerous. You don't know what they're hiding in their drums.
Oh my gosh, it's so scary here that the dogs need protective eyewear.
One of the ways that I can tell that I'm behind enemy lines is signs like this one here. I mean, clearly this is a whole socialist, anarchist order getting rid of old breakfast and insisting that we all choose their new breakfast.
I am in front of the ice facility currently. It's terrifying down here. I have 16 flak jackets on because there are about 12 anemic baristas over here. These violent thugs behind me that are knitting over here, just pet my dog. Can you believe it? Thank you, President Trump. Thank you, Kristi Noem. Thank you for defending us.
Yeah, well, thank you for sharing that with us. That wasn't the only thing we got. We also got a very special report filed by J.B. Pritzker, the governor of Illinois.
This is J.B. Pritzker reporting from war-torn Chicago. As you can see, there's utter mayhem and chaos on the ground. It's quite disturbing. The Milwaukee Brewers have come in to attack our Chicago Cubs. We've seen people being forced to eat hot dogs with ketchup on them. And our deep dish pizza, well, has gone shallow. So it's a challenge to survive here in the city of Chicago, but there's no hellscape that I'd rather be in.
Well, thank you, Governor. And please know that you and the Cubs will be in our prayers. So that's how you do it. If you live in one of the war-ravaged communities the president has or is planning to occupy with troops, we want to see just how frightening it is. So make a video, post it to YouTube with the hashtag #ShowMeYourHellhole, and look for a message from us so we can share your nightmare with the world. And of course, all of this nonsense is an attempt to distract us from the Epstein files. He doesn't want us to see. Trump's little buddy Mike Johnson has closed down the House of Representatives and is refusing to swear in a Democrat who won a special election in Arizona because hers would be the deciding vote to have a vote to release the Epstein files. He was confronted on that yesterday by the two senators from Arizona, Mark Kelly and Ruben Gallego.
Guys, we got to get the government open and turn the lights on so we can get everybody back here and get to regular session.
Stop covering up for the pedophiles.
There's not. That's ridiculous.
Nobody's covering up for pedophiles.
You
know, she knows. You know that she is the.
Okay, I'm going to get back to work. These gentlemen had a publicity stunt here.
That's right. We don't want any publicity stunts there. Say, when's that UFC fight on the White House lawn again? The government is shut down. 9 days now shut down. The House isn't even convening. They've been out of the office since September 19th and won't reopen because when they do, the Democrats will have the votes to release the Epstein files. It's so brazen that even one of the maggiest MAGAs of all of them has had enough.
There is a new Democrat that's been elected that does deserve to be sworn in. If it's to avoid the discharge petition, why drag this out? That is going to have 218 signatures. And so I say go ahead and do it and get it over with.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know if she had a near-death experience or maybe a medicine ball fell off a shelf at the gym and hit her on the head, but...
Prices have not come down. That is a reality. People's wages have not gone up. That's another reality. And so Americans are continuing to have a very difficult time getting by.
That's Marjorie Taylor Greene. It's keep that up, you'll be dancing with Bad Bunny at the halftime show. I mean, do you think the other Republicans understand how bad she's making them look? She's supposed to be the crazy one in the group. We have a lot of sports happening this weekend. We got the baseball playoffs, we got the NFL, NHL, NBA preseason, college football. Not only is college football have some of the greatest young athletes, it also boasts some of the greatest young names in this country, and we've been keeping track of them this season. They include Cody Stufflebean, Aiden Vroom, DeRealist Clark, Sir Bible, Mobility, Memorable Factor, Johnny Fudge, Max McCool, King Large, Will Ferrell, and my favorite, a kid who to me has the finest name in college football today, this young man.
5 seconds left in the game. Georgetown quarterback throws it to the end zone for Jimmy Kibble.
Jimmy Kibble makes the grab.
Look at Jimmy Kibble get up.
No Matt Damon in that highlight. You notice that?
Jimmy Kibble. Jimmy Kibble.
Jimmy Kibble. Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kibble. Jimmy Kibble live.
And the Lions will win it at the buzzer. Oh my goodness, Jimmy Kibble comes down with it, and the Lions have pulled off a miracle.
Jimmy Kibble. Whose name does that remind you of?
Eugene.
That's right. Obviously, it seemed important to track Jimmy Kibble down, so we reached out to Georgetown, and here he is, my favorite wide receiver, number 13, Jimmy Kibble, everybody. What's up, Jimmy?
How are you? I'm great. Thank you for having me.
I feel like I'm looking in a mirror right now. Well, I guess the first thing I want to say is I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make your life a hell. I really didn't.
It's okay. I forgive you.
Is this something that has come up a lot over the course of your lifetime?
More than you would know.
Yeah, really.
Every single first day of class, I am Jimmy Kimmel.
I will say, it's exciting for me to watch you play because I just imagine the announcers have a cold and it's me catching those touchdowns.
That's a great way to look at it, yes.
What year were you born, Jimmy?
2003.
That's the year our show went on the air. You and our show were born at the same time. Is your middle name also Regis?
It is not. It's Ashton.
Okay, Ashton. All right. All right. Is that after Ashton Kutcher?
It is. My mom was a big fan of that show. I'll give it to her.
Are there other Jimmy Kibbles in your family?
There are indeed. My father is Jimmy Kibble and my grandfather, but he has transitioned to Jim Kibble, which I assume I'll do also later on.
Oh, you will, you will. Yeah, my dad is Jim Kimmel also. Yes, if you reach a certain age, Jimmy seems childish, but I'm stuck with it forever.
Yeah, it's a rite of passage.
You graduated in the spring, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any interest in hosting a late-night talk show? We would barely have to change the logos.
If you're ever sick, I will gladly fill in.
Oh, that would be nice. All right. And vice versa, by the way. Can I ask, how much do you bench?
I've hit 325 before.
Same here. Same number. It's not pounds, though, right?
Yeah.
Well, you seem like a great guy. Obviously, you're a great player, and you have a fantastic name. So I have an offer for you. I would like to offer to sponsor you. You know, you can sponsor college athletes now. I would like you to be my representative in the world of college football, kind of like an ambassador. Are you interested in that?
Yes, that sounds amazing.
Great. Oh, good. All right.
Thank you so much.
So we'll work out the financial details later, but all I ask is that the next time you're interviewed after the game, in the post-game interview, we're going to send you a Jimmy Kimmel Live hat and a Guillermo mustache, all right?
Yes.
Not his, but all Guillermo mustache. All I need you to do is wear those on camera for, like you would for like a car dealership or a sports drink, right? Do we have a deal?
Yes, sir. Thank
All right.
you so much.
There we go, my first celebrity endorser, Jimmy Kibble. Thank you, Jimmy. Give my best to the other Jimmy Kibbles in your life, will you?
Yes, sir.
All right,
yes,
look
sir.
at that. That's Jimmy Kibble.